Hello, hello, hello. I hope, I hope, I hope that you are doing really, really, really well today. We have now been wandering these shifting halls for 11 days now. But I am still very much enjoying blue prints. We also had some exciting developments last time. A few permanent rooms. We unlocked this kind of central room in the blueprint, the foundation, and we also unlocked a path to a special room outside, just through this west gate path. And this special room will give us a nice bonus. To start with, it does cost a few of our steps to get here, but we have loads of steps now after unlocking the orchard. So we have the choice of the hovel. Special floor plans now cost additional steps instead of gems. That's interesting. We have the shrine. Make an offering, receive a blessing. I'm guessing we need to offer gold. And we only start with 4 gold. So my feeling is that the blessing won't be great. Finally, we have the root cellar. Rooms in your house will be more likely to contain dig spots today. That one's interesting, although we do also need to find the shovel for that to be useful. Unless, of course, the shovel is inside the root cellar. I think I do want to be able to see what's inside all of the rooms eventually. So, although the hovel might get a bit difficult to work with, considering it will use up all of our steps, I think we'll go for that this time. Let's poke around and see if there's anything interesting in here. We have a thread spinning wheel, a couple of bear traps on the wall. There is a note for us to read, but I'm not sure that there's anything else for us to... Oh. Good job, I was so nosy. I found a little tap, like a faucet that turned on one of the mysterious fires. I think it's just out there. That's interesting. Let's read this note, as long as there isn't anything else. Let's read this note. This is a notice of termination. Dear Mr. Ravane, your half-hearted dedication and maintenance of the grounds have been greatly appreciated. However, I regret to inform you that your services as the groundskeeper at Mount Holly will no longer be required. Effective immediately. This decision has been made after careful consideration and is based upon repeated observations and documented instances of neglect in the performance of your duties. The state of the green rooms in particular has deteriorated significantly over the last few months, which reflects poorly on the rest of the staff. You are required to vacate the hovel by the 20th of March, ensuring that all tools and equipment belonging to the estate are returned to the tool shed in good condition. Your final wages will be settled promptly upon completion of these instructions. We thank you for your time and service and wish you the best in your future endeavors. Anne Babbage, house manager. Well, I feel bad for poor Mr. Ravane. I'm not sure there's anything too useful to note in that letter, apart from maybe the date of his termination. Let's head out then. We will now have the bonus of special rooms not costing gems. We'll see if we can make the most of that, although I would consider it progress enough that we found one of the, I think, 4 taps for I think there's a better word for it, but I can't remember it. Like a stopcock. Anyway, yeah, look, there's a platform down there with four bowls that seem to light up. One of these came from the orchard, and this second one just came from the hovel. So, we need to keep an eye out for 2 more of those to unlock whatever secret's there. Anyway, why don't we head into the house for real, and we'll start exploring. We might need to prioritize rooms that give us extra steps, considering we will be using them towards special rooms. So we have the spare room, the nook, and the bedroom. The bedroom could be very useful. There are some bedroom type rooms later on. Oh, what's this? A spare set of car keys. How interesting. We should look to draft the garage. The garage on the west side of the house then. Yeah, there are some bedroom type rooms later on that give us extra steps based on how many bedrooms we've drafted. The guest bedroom is really enticing, but it does block us off. I think that's fine. We have 2 other ways to go in the entrance hall. So, nice key. I think we have a good chance of still being able to head further into the house. With these spare car keys, I really do want to try and draft the garage. Let's head west now and see if we can put that together. The kitchen's interesting. It costs 3 steps, so it would have otherwise cost some gems, and it has food for sale, so we can top up our steps a bit. What have we got today? We have a banana for 2 coins, a club sandwich for 8 coins, or bacon and eggs for 8 coins. legs gives us 10 steps and also adds the morning room to today's draft pool. I imagine there's something useful in there. We only have 4 coins for now, so I'm considering either just leaving or buying the bananas. They give us 3 steps. I think we have 70 steps right now, so we're not in desperate need right away. I think let's carry on a bit and we can always double back. Okay. We have got the spare room, the chapel, which doesn't work very well with our kitchen draft, or the den. I think I'll grab the den. It gives us a gem, which won't be massively useful this time around. But that's okay. It gives us 2 ways to go and a locked trunk. We could spend a key to open that, or we might be able to find a sledgehammer. Okay, what have we got? We have the parlor, the hallway, or the courtyard. I think I might actually go for the hallway. The courtyard is interesting and it does get us towards the middle, where we can get into the foundation room. But we have another room to pick for that direction, and I know that I want to go to the left. So I'm going to grab the hallway there, and just before I leave I'll draft this room too. Whoa. That's interesting, look at this, we've never seen this before. The drafting studio. Select a new floor plan to permanently add to your estate's draft pool. There's no way we don't pick that. With our hovel pick, we get to come in here at the cost of some steps instead of gems. Well, let's have a look around and see what we can find. There's a little model of I think this room is that this room. There's a very particular shaped office, like desk, I guess, and it actually doesn't quite line up with this room. However, this model shows a safe in the corner. It says a very detailed paper model of a safe. I don't think I can interact with it otherwise. I wonder which room this is. It has a big, like a drawing board which matches this one, but nothing else seems to match. There's the shelf here. No. Perhaps it's just a different room. What's this? There's a blueprint on the floor here. I don't think I can crouch. It looks like either the dining room, maybe the conference room, but I think the table in the conference room is a lot bigger. So I guess this might be the dining room. What is it showing us? There's another room to the side. Is it a secret room? These are the same blueprints, I think. That one's definitely the same. Okay. Let's take a look at this board here. In the drafting studio, you will be able to choose a brand new floor plan to permanently add to your draft pool. And permanent changes don't reset each day. So we can pick up the vestibule. Whenever you enter vestibule, 3 of the doors in this room unlock and the 4th one becomes locked. So that's a nice hallway with lots of options. The clock tower. Tomorrow you start with 1 key for each clock room you draft today. Or the solarium. You are more likely to draw unusual and rare rooms while drafting. Oh, well, these are all really interesting. I'm leaning towards the solarium because I like unusual and rare things. Oh, we can, I think, get some information on all of them. So the solarium costs 1 gem. And it says, a quaint floral sitting room surrounded entirely by tinted glass panes. This room is ideal for tea in the afternoons, or getting some sun without the hassle of going outside. The clock tower costs a gem. Access to Mount Holly's clock tower has always been heavily restricted. Time is sacred, and any tampering of the state's governing timepiece has never been risked. That's piqued my interest. I do have a feeling that the clock tower might be vital to unlocking some of the secrets. And the vestibule, an ornately framed yet modestly sized hall. It had served as the original antechamber in the old days, before eventually being removed from the estate, for having doors that were prone to becoming stuck. So I am really interested in the clock tower, but I think the solarium giving us a better chance of unusual and rare rooms will help us in the long run. Let's pick this up. Nice. Right, I think there's more for us to investigate in this room. These pictures here are part of a puzzle that we have already solved, where the single letter difference works towards a larger phrase. Lots to look here. The Great Hall, a partitioning plan for Tuesday, November 17th. Is that today? Well, we started on Saturday the 7th, and it is currently day 11. So that would make it the 17th, because we start counting from 1. This picture is very interesting too. I wonder if it's part of a code or something. It shows a very interesting looking orchard, and we have already unlocked the orchard, but I think I'm gonna take a screenshot of this just in case. I prefer to take notes on paper, just because I think it's quite fun and novel. So I've only taken 2 screenshots of some of pictures and detailed pages so far. Okay, so today is Tuesday, November the 7th. The Great Hall partitioning plan. Oh, I see, right. So this means that if we were to draft the Great Hall, we could see which rooms ghosts lead out and which are dead ends. Interesting. Could that be useful, I wonder? I know that there is a lever in the Great Hall, so I'm sure that's useful for that aspect. Is it this one back here, maybe? But I haven't got to the bottom of where all the other levers are, and I think it's unlikely to this is the room that we're in. This is the drafting room. It shows someone stood where we are, right here. How creepy. So what's this room then? It's got a board, a safe. I wonder if maybe it's a hidden safe if we find this room. I can't see any, like, codes written down. Okay, there is a booklet here. Drafting Strategy, Volume 1, January issue. Whoa, there's a lot here. Alright, settle in. We're gonna read through it all. The first chapter is The Drafting Spectrum. Blueprints are more than just blue. It should come as no surprise that the first color that comes to mind when speaking about blueprints is blue. And while it is true most architectural plans and designs are found on blue paper, it is not the only color on which floor plans are drafted. In fact, originally they were not blue at all. Hundreds of years ago, the chemicals used to create floor plans caused coated paper to turn black when exposed to light. This raven hue, perhaps more fitting to the reign of Oris, was decidedly more difficult to affix. An architect's revision edits too, and so blue was proposed as an ideal replacement, as it had no political ties to any other realms. So that's a reference to, we read a book about the history of this region that we're in. I don't know if this is real life history or not. Anyway. By the Fourth Era, all floor plans were being printed on blue paper. Over the years, the fear of political connotation deferred to innovation, and the use of colored prints eventually became popular with engineers and architects, who used hues as a way to differentiate various types of buildings and rooms. Violet prints, for example, are only used when created plans for a bedroom, while an orange floor plan will immediately inform a contractor that the print contains designs for a hallway. In this issue of Drafting Strategy, we will explore the different features of each type of floor plan and look at the underlying connections that tie each room to its color. Most Violet Dreams, Architectural Digest's Guide to Bedrooms. The bedroom is often referred to as the heart of the home, and with good reason. It is the place where people can rest during a long day, where they can kick up their feet for a bit and recharge their batteries. Architects always use violet bordered floor plans for bedrooms, and the comforting purple hues encountered while drafting will usually let a weary traveler know they have found a room in which they can rest up. Architects may wish to utilize bedroom strategies if they are the type who love to explore and backtrack frequently. Having an excess of steps usually affords bedroom enthusiasts the mobility to be more carefree with their plans for the day. Type bedrooms, color violet, associated resource steps, average number of doors 1 to 2, extra items likely, synergies, sleeping mask, nursery, servants' quarters. And this is a picture of a bedroom we actually just walked through. I wonder if there might be any extra details if we brought a magnifying glass with us. Indoor verdure. Architectural Digest's Guide to Green Rooms. Green rooms are a wonderful way to bring the outdoors inside and provide a breath of fresh air for the home. The abundance of plant life, rich soil, and natural resources in these spaces makes them extremely appealing for architects who enjoy gardening and open spaces. These floor plans are extremely synergistic, and strategies centered around green will often involve drafting as many of this color as possible. The more green rooms you are able to draft in your house, the more powerful their effects will become. Additionally, these spaces are more likely than other types of rooms to contain piles of dirt for digging. Type green rooms, color green. Associated resource, gems. Average number of doors, 2 to 3. Extra items, often. Synergies, most green rooms, shovel, watering can. This is a picture of the greenhouse, which I think we've only been in twice. Orange passage. Architectural Digest's Guide to Hallways. If the bedroom is the heart of the home, then hallways are the arteries, serving as diverging paths that branch out to connect different parts of the house and lead visitors to their intended destination. While these orange corridors are often overlooked as one travels through them, they are a vital component of any house. The numerous doors found in each hall provide the means to add more rooms to your house. And the more hallways you have, the less likely you are to draft yourself into a dead end. Hallway strategies are ideal for the architect who prefers more rooms and flexible options for expansion over pure resources. Type hallways, color orange. Associated resource, keys. Average number of doors, 3 to 4. Average items, rarely. Synergies, the foyer, lockpick kit, hall pass. And here's a picture of the grand hallway. We were just talking about it. We can see the little diorama in the background. Next up, golden trim. Architectural Digest's Guide to Shops. Shops are an essential part of any large estate, providing a convenient place for staff and residents to purchase items without having to leave the property. Including at least one of these floor plans in your house will provide you an outlet for any coins that are found during the day. Strategies that involve generating lots of gold will usually want to draft multiple shop rooms to expand the range of shopping opportunities. These floor plans are bordered with shades of gold, enhancing the sense of luxury and refinement in the shopping experience. Whether it's a quick snack or a high-end fashion item, having a well-placed shop within the estate can greatly enhance the quality of life for the entire household. Type shops, color gold, associated resource, coins. Average number of doors, 2. Extra items, never for free. Synergies, coin purse, coupon book, vault. And I don't recognize this room. It definitely looks like a shop, but not one that we've drafted yet. Negative space. Architectural Digest's Guide to Red Rooms. Red rooms are a daring addition to any home, providing a small element of danger that can excite and thrill both residents and visitors. While these rooms come with a certain level of risk, They also offer the potential for substantial returns, as they provide as many doors as they do opportunities. Architects who are willing to take the plunge and draft a red room are often rewarded with a unique and striking space that leaves a lasting impression on those who enter. Just like in life, taking risks can be intimidating, but those who dare to venture outside their comfort zone can reap the greatest rewards. Type: red rooms. Color: red. Associated resource: vexation. Average number of doors: 3 to 4. Extra items: seldom. Synergies: shelter, tomato soup, skilled players. And we have a picture of the chapel here. I can see a bit of writing. I think it must be the names of the figures in the stained glass. Looks like maybe Lydia on the right, and I can't quite make out the one on the left. Prismatic rooms. Architectural Digest's Guide to Multicolored Floor Plans. You may, on rare occasions, notice some floor plans that have more than one color in their design. These rooms are unique in that they simultaneously share all the characteristics of each type of room associated with those colors. For example, a floor plan with a violet and gold border would be best described as a bedroom shop, while an orange and green one might contain a corridor of greenery and plants. The aquarium is a very useful, multicolored floor plan, as it supports all of the color-based strategies listed in this volume. For example, it can give you bonus steps for having a nursery, as well as being unlocked for having a foyer. There's a picture of the maid's chamber, which is both a red room and a bedroom. Finally, word from the editor. As we reach the end of this volume of drafting strategy, we hope you have found valuable insights and colorful inspiration for your next architectural project. From the purples of our dreams to the reds of our fears, we believe that no ambition for an architect is too brave, and no design is too colorful. To achieve our goals, we must delve deep into the spectrum, drawing upon all colors and ideas of daring merit. At the end of the day, color is just another tool. Some wield it to express their own creativity. Some hoist it up as a display of their own power. Some use it to calculate great sums, but all of us want to find a color we can call our own. Well, that was a very interesting read. I don't know that it has changed our strategy massively. Wow, what an interesting room. I think that's everything to investigate here, though, unless there's anything else we can discern from these blueprints on the floor. In that case then, let's head on out. Let's head on out and up the hallway. Okay, so back into the den, and yep. We already drafted this hallway here. Oh, a nice free key. Very nice. We're gonna take this door. I would like to draft a garage to use our special set of keys. This hallway closet gives us 3 items though, because we drafted next to a hallway. We have a gem, a pair of running shoes, occasionally save steps when travelling longer distances across the estate and grounds, and a lucky rabbit's foot. Greater chance of finding items. Sure, I will take those. We'll head on north. Okay, we have a courtyard, a pantry, and a chapel. In terms of directions, they're all the same. They all open up the westward room. The courtyard does cost 3 steps, but it might have like a shovel and some dig spots, which would be nice. The pantry has 4 coins though, and that would bring us to 8. So we could head back and buy the bacon and eggs to add the morning room. Oh, and an orange, very nice. So I'm going to grab these, and we are going to backtrack a bit. I'm interested to see what is in the morning room, so we will buy that. It gives us 10 steps as well. Very nice. We are at a number of steps between 70 and 66. One of those ones. Let's head on through. So, drifting through here. Well, the garage is very nice to see. However, it would end our run. There's nowhere else we can go. Okay, we have plenty of steps. We have a few resources, a couple of keys. I'm thinking we pick the chapel to keep going, and we try and draft the garage a bit higher up. How does that sound? It's risky, but I want to make the most of our run. Oh, there's some coins here. The last visitor must have left them behind in this chapel. Oh, okay. I see. I didn't realize that these figures didn't have names on. So this one is Lydia, I suppose. And this one I didn't remember the name, but it begins with a D, I think. Perhaps they'll come in useful at some point. Well, let's carry on for now then. I'm really crossing my fingers that we don't run into another dead end. Okay, I think the West Wing Hall might be our best pick for right now. The Rumpus Room does give us a load of coins. Although the Nook would be about the same. What I'm hoping is to, because I think we need to access the garage heading towards the west, towards the left. So if we want to get the garage, we'll have to head right and then up and then left again. And in that case, the Nook is about the same as the West Wing Hall. So I think I'll pick the Nook this time. We get a key from this one too, which is nice. Any other free items? Don't think so. Oh, this door is locked. Let's see what we have. A corridor, a secret passage, and a storeroom. I think the secret passage could be a really, really helpful pick here. We're coming into a central room, so if we pick maybe a hallway, we have loads of options. So I'm going to grab the Halls of Holly book. Let's see what we get this time. I think sometimes there's items on the floor in here. Nothing this time. It is unfortunately locked, so we're going to use up one of our final keys. Oh, very nice. I think I might grab the foyer, although it doesn't quite give us all of the options we were hoping for. We haven't picked it yet, and it means that all the hallway doors are always unlocked. So if we get the Great Hall afterwards, that is perfect. Wow, this is interesting. What have we got here? Let's have a look around. we have a load of busts. Lord William Epson. I don't know if there's anything for us to interact with here. Baron Thomas Sinclair. Perhaps related to our grandfather. Major Nicholas Key the Fourth. There's two hands pointing towards this door. We have J-E-J-R-E Yenna. I don't know how to decipher that one. Baron Edwin Sinclair. I'm just clicking on all of these. And Count Isaac Gates. I was wondering if maybe there's like a secret button, but I don't think so. Well, let's continue. We know for sure that this door won't be locked. What have we got? Corridor at the back room, the drawing room. Oof. I really want to be heading north. The drawing room I think could be a good pick then. Lets us draw some new floor plans. I haven't quite got to the bottom of the secret of the drawing room yet. There is a, we can pull one of the arms on this candelabra and I think it opens up a safe here. But I don't know what the code is. Well, let's carry on for now. What have we got here? I do want to be heading north. Oh no, the morning room. 2 gems. You will start tomorrow with 2 gems. But that blocks off our path north. I think the security room could be very good. I'm gonna grab that instead. Well, we can't head north because this door is locked with an electronic key card. We can make it so that the electronic doors are open when the power's off. But that means that we would need to. That means that we would need to find the breaker room, the fuse room, to switch the power off. Well, I should have picked the garage when we had it. I got too greedy. And we're using our final key. Things are not looking great. Let's grab the observatory. We build up some star points every time we come in here. Let's see what our constellation is this time. We have Farmer's Apple. Apples are extra delicious today. We have the slice, gives us 3 steps, and we have Diamondus Minor, plus 1 gem. Sure. Very nice. We can head here. Oh no. Well, we are, I think, screwed. Oh no, I really should have picked the garage when we had it. Who knows when this opportunity will come up again. We have 45 steps and we have nowhere to go with them. This one's locked. Oh, you know what? I think I started throwing my toys out the pram a little too soon. This door might not be locked. Okay. We can continue. The gymnasium is the only one that lets us continue. The commissary. I mean, maybe we could buy something. I think the gymnasium's the pick. It does drain our steps quite heavily though. But at least we can come into the foundation for free. There's a couple of dig spots. And there is an elevator I guess if maybe we power it, if we hook this up to the boiler room, maybe that would work. Let's head this way for now, though. Oh, the storeroom gives us a key. We really need a key card, though, or a key card, or the breaker room. I think I'm gonna grab the laboratory then. Gives us some experimental house features. Maybe that'll be helpful. Oh, we found a battery pack. I don't think it's useful on its own. We'd have to find the workshop to tinker it together with something else. Let's see what experimental feature we can enable this time, though. Okay, so we have to pick a first half and a second half of a phrase. Each time you eat an apple, when you draft a hallway from another hallway, or the next 3 times you open a locked trunk. And then the second half is gain 1 key for every 2 hallways in your house. Spread dirt on the driveway, or gain +1 star. I mean, we are a little stuck for options. I'm thinking probably the next 3 times you open a locked trunk, gain one key for every 2 hallways. Yeah, why not? Let's start that experiment. I have a feeling that it won't be too successful, though. We need a key to begin with. Oh, there we go. There's one. I don't think that's helpful in this case, though, unfortunately. We could buy some keys. Oh, I wonder, could the locksmith sell a key card? I don't know. I don't know about that. The corridor lets us continue, and maybe we could draft the breaker room somewhere down here. I think this is a better chance for us. Well, this is nice at least. We can pick the morning room, which we haven't picked yet, so that is going to be interesting. We also get some bonuses for tomorrow. Yeah, let's go with that. Plus we can continue. Oh, this is nice. This is a really nice room. I would love to I'd love to relax in here in the morning with a cup of tea. We have 2 gems. I'm gonna have a look around before I read that newspaper. Some nice hanging plants. Anything hidden around? There's a little sunflower. What's over here? A coupon book. Save 1 gold on each purchase you make in the estate. Sure. I don't know if we'll get the chance to do that. Oh, we have an upgrade disc. We can insert it into one of the terminals to permanently upgrade a room. That's very nice. We can insert that into the laboratory terminal when we backtrack. Sure, otherwise I think it's just this newspaper left. November 5th, Reddington Herald. The Baron of Mount Holly names nephew provisional heir. That's us. We're the nephew. In the blue hours of Wednesday morning, the venerable Baron of Mount Holly, Herbert S. Sinclair, passed away at the ripe age of 73 after a prolonged struggle with a heart condition that had been kept from the public eye until his final days. Esteemed as a pillar of society and renowned for his penchant for crafting puzzles, he was a source of endless fascination to our readers over the years. Not least through his popular column, Baron Bafflers, which he penned for over a decade. The particulars of the announcement of his successor yesterday has left his devoted followers with one last intrigue to ponder. The reading of his will precipitated a flurry of speculation, for his niece and presumptive heir, the much beloved and lamented Mary Matthew Jones, has been missing, presumed deceased for the past 6 years. Mrs. Jones, better known to our readers by her pen name Marian Marigold, enchanted the hearts and minds of children across the realm with her literary creations, such as The Red Prince, Swinburne, and A New Clue. We haven't read A New Clue, but we've read her other works and thoroughly enjoyed them. Her disappearance remains one of the age's most tragic mysteries. With her whereabouts unknown, it was Marigold's own son, Simon B. Jones. Oh, I don't think that we knew that Marian Marigold is our mother. I guess Simon B. Jones, that adds up. Mary Matthew Jones. Anyway, Simon B. Jones, a lad of but 14 summers, who was yesterday named the provisional heir to the sprawling Cinca Empire. However, this vast inheritance is accompanied by an undisclosed contractual condition, given the Baron's well-known penchant for tests of mettle and wit. It's clear that the young heir from Reddington, distinguished in his own right as last year's County Science Fair runner-up, faces an extraordinary challenge in the coming weeks. Of course, the extra provision is that we get to the bottom of the mystery of Mount Holly and find out what's in the 46th room through the antechamber. Sure. So, fingers crossed we get the breaker room here. Okay. Spare room or courtyard? We'll go for the courtyard. We have one last chance of finding the breaker room. Maybe there's something helpful in here. A metal detector. I don't think that's too helpful. Okay, so fingers crossed. Breaker room. Unfortunately not. Unfortunately not. Well, I don't think any of these are super useful for us right now. We could go in the parlor and get some gems, but there's nothing for us to spend it on. And the bunk room, nursery don't really help. I guess I'll grab the bunk room. We'll poke our heads in. I was trying to save on steps, but we actually have plenty of steps with these 2 bananas too. Oh, and 2 coins. We have a really nice number of resources, but nothing to spend them on. Well, the last thing for us to do is use our upgrade disc in the laboratory. Otherwise, we are stuck. We are unfortunately stuck. This guy's cute though. Hi. I wonder who feeds him. Let's carry on though. Let's go. I'm trying not to beat myself up too much for not picking the garage. It would have ended our run a lot earlier, but getting the combination of the car keys and the garage, I don't know how rare that is. We do get to upgrade a room though, which is nice. We are going to be upgrading the storeroom. Okay. To either have 2 keys, 1 gem and 1 coin. 1 key, 2 gems. gems and 1 coin, or 1 key, 1 gem and 10 coins. Oh, what an interesting choice. The 10 coins is quite enticing, but we would need somewhere to spend it, which requires us to draft another room. These other 2 versions help us draft more rooms. So I think I'm going to grab one of those. Honestly, I think getting 2 gems in the storeroom is going to be really useful. It means that we'll be able to pick rarer rooms. Maybe if we don't get the hovel, or if we don't pick it. So I'm going to grab this upgrade, I think. Perfect. So we have upgraded that floor plan, and I think we need to call it a day there. I'm just having one last glance across our blueprint, but I think we do need to call it a day. Let's do that. Let's call it a day. What did we get? What did we get from that run? We got a little bit more information. We're gonna start today with 2 extra gems because of the morning room. And we also upgraded the storeroom. Oh, and we drafted what was it? The solarium. We drafted the solarium too. So I do think, although that day ended quite poorly, we did make some good progress. And we're gonna jump into day 12 straight away. Let's see what's in store for us this time. I'm gonna grab my allowance. Thank you. And we're gonna head straight out to open up our special room outside. Honestly, I did find the hovel to be super useful. I was a bit worried that it was gonna cost like 10 steps, but the number of steps it cost each room wasn't that high. So, I do think that the hovel could be a very good choice generally. However, we didn't draft it this time, and I do want to see the other rooms. Trading post, items for trade, the root cellar, more dig spots, and the tomb. That looks cool. Each time you draft a dead end in your house, spread 5 gold in the tomb. Well, even if the effect isn't very useful, I really want to see what's in here. Oh, there's a big spiral staircase. Oh, what is this? This is kind of creepy. Well, I mean, we're in a tomb. What more can I say? There's a dig spot here. This looks just like a secret door. If we could find a button for it, I'm sure that would slide open. What else have we got? It's pretty big down here, actually. There's a load of statues here. Oh, I can click on them. Oh, how interesting. That is definitely a puzzle then. Oh, we found a casket here. Open only in the event of my death. There's a stamp here that we would be able to investigate with a magnifying glass. Is this Herbert's letter? Simon, so here's where it all ends, at least for me. And of all the picturesque places of this grand estate, I chose this dreary, dank dungeon to be laid to rest, and that same dim, sombre fate fell upon my father and his father before him, who loved the outdoors even more than myself. They say there is no stronger bond of servitude than tradition, and family tradition thrice as strong. These are chains that seldom bend and never break, and I do wonder what plans and prospects of yours will be sacrificed upon the family font of convention. What biography of your own will you forsake to add another page to your father's memories, or your mother's, or mine? In our youth we are gifted with dreams and ambitions. At our death, we are left with realities and regrets. I think there is no greater sin than to perpetuate tradition that stagnates growth, that strangles purpose, that suffocates dreams. What point is there to live another's life for the sake of our own? Oh, how I wish to have been buried underneath the great oak, overlooking the plains, the wondrous woods and the worldly mountains, and the wild holly that surrounds that trunk, a perpetual token of sympathy laid across my grave. What dreadful tradition is it that dumped me in this sunless hollow? And if by morbid example this dark crypt makes any impression whatsoever on you, if reading this letter within these damp halls plants in you a seed of hope, if these words might grant you strength to bend, if not break these chains, then would I cherish this tomb more than oak and sycamore and spruce, more than the wondrous woods and worldly mountains. This cold stone room would become the most cherished place in all our domain. I would have you raise a shrine upon this spot to commemorate the moment of your liberty, to treat this sepulchre as hallowed ground, and to, in turn, as recompense for the freedom this granted you, commit yourself to be buried here within this mausoleum of dreams. And when the day comes to write your own letter, to inspire the next generation that follows in our footsteps, as is tradition, Herbert F. Sinclair. Wow, what an interesting letter. I don't know what to make of that. It did seem like Herbert left with a few regrets, but I wonder what it was exactly he was trying to tell me. He spoke about breaking tradition in favor of my own dreams, but then ended his letter saying that if I was inspired, perhaps I should write my own letter and be laid to rest here as well. What a strange man. There are a load of these statues. This one's got a chef's hat and I think like a pizza board. The other one had like a duster or a chimney sweep. Oh, this one's got a pitchfork and a hat. Anything else down here? What's down here? There are a bunch of dead ends here, which fits considering the benefit that this room gets if we draft dead ends. Oh, this is a hoe and a gardener's hat, I suppose. Look at this. There's loads of these. There's loads of these like windows that look like they'll slide open. Oh, there's another tomb here. This one doesn't have a letter. And there's a stand for some candles that have been knocked over. Well, let's head backwards. Oh, this one has a kingly crown and scepter. What's this? There are some coins and a note. Each of our journeys come to a conclusion here in the tomb. This floor plan is the definitive dead end. Or is it? I suspect that if we figured out the puzzle behind these statues, we would open up a secret passageway. This one looks like a horse rider with a crop. And we have a maid with a broom. Well, this was a very eventful first room. We'll head into the house and I'll try and keep an eye out for those statues. Off the top of my head, I think I remember seeing one in the maid's chamber. Maybe, but I don't remember any details. Okay, let's head on into the actual house and we'll have a look around. We don't have the benefit of the hovel this time, so we might have to pass up on some of the interesting rooms. Let's see what we have. We have a bedroom, a nook, and a closet. Let's grab the nook for the key to start with. Grab that. Now that we've been in some of these early rooms so often, I'm moving through them a bit quicker, but I'm hoping that it doesn't lead to me missing anything. The chapel. Could this be helpful for us with the statues in the tomb? It shows pictures of all of the figures, doesn't it? Like the riding crop. Oh, yeah, these are the figures we saw. The maid, the chef, the farmer, the horse rider, the chimney sweep, and the kingly one, or queenly one maybe. Well, they all have numbers associated. Do we need to pull them all down in the crypt in order? I do have my notepad and pen here. Let me make a note of the order and we'll try that. Okay, I'm excited about this. I've noted down all the numbers. I'm 100% sure that they are related to the statues in the crypt. There is no way that they're not. So I'm just hoping that it's as straightforward as pulling them in the right order. Although now that I'm running back, I'm a little concerned that I pulled that one down and then pushed it up. Oh well, we're down here already, so let's try it. And we can always come back if it's not right. So, number one is the farmer with the hoe, which is over here. We'll pull this one first. Then the chef, which was in this corner, I think. Yeah, that's right. Two. Number three is the farmer with the pitchfork. I guess we should call the hoe one a gardener, maybe. Just to differentiate. Number four is the chimney sweep, though. Number five is the maid. Number six is the horse rider. And number seven is the queen. Oh. How exciting. A up. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Deep breaths, everyone, deep breaths. I'm still a little suspicious about these other recesses in the walls that look to be secret doors, but this one opened up right next to the final statue, so let's head down. Whoa, it's an even bigger crypt. There's a skull here. I want to make sure that I am scouring every inch. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it back down here in any given run, because we'd need to draft the tomb. There's a big old arrow pointing to this door, but there's another door here with a scary looking statue of death. There's a note in front. Oh, it's got like a bit of a map here that's been torn up. Rather than transcribe this map, I'm gonna take a screenshot. Okay. Oh, I could pull Death's scythe down, and it's opened up another secret door. Alright. Anything else down here for us? If I push the scythe back up, does the door close? No. Okay. Just a last look around. It is pretty empty down here. A couple of skulls, which is worrying. But let's head on through. Giant arrow's a bit odd. Couple of crates. I don't see anything here though. Okay. Straight on through. We're now in the abandoned mine. I can see in the bottom right. Oh, this is a room in the map, I'm sure. And we have another section of the map. Here comes another screenshot. It looks like we just need one final third. I don't think I'm gonna bother trying to decipher this map until I get the final third. If we don't see it soon, then I might try and scour it a bit. We have an upgrade disc and a big central dais, which doesn't seem to do anything, but it does have symbols on it. Luckily, it doesn't look like it's costing us steps to go in and out of these chambers. Okay, it did cost us a step. It did cost us a step that time. I mean, I haven't looked at the maps in too much detail, but they are obviously of the area we're in right now. This is the reservoir. I don't think I can get to this boat, although I can see something on the other side. Is this... Okay, let's head up here into this doorway. Got in here. A little box. Oh, and it's flooded here. Right. We would have to find a way to remove this water if we wanted to get any further. I can't get in. Okay. Is it time to try and figure out what's going on in those fragments of the maps? So, I did a really quick job of cutting out the parts of the map that we have already from the screenshots and putting them together. I didn't bother trying to clean up the edges too much right now. I'll put a picture of it up onto the video when I'm editing, because I don't know if I have a great way of showing it to you right now, because I'm recording the information for us here, right now. We are currently stood just below the reservoir, and the corridor to the room labelled 5 is where the water was. The 5 is the fountain entrance. 7 is the torch chamber, that's where we were a second ago. And we have the concealed entrance with the basement. That's where we just came from, I'm pretty sure. Otherwise, I can also see in really light text a number 10 on the list, and it says buried floor plan. So unless we can see a number 10 on this map currently, I don't know that that's too much use for us. Plus we would probably have to bring a shovel with us. Anyway, very interesting, but I don't think we can make much more progress down here. We're gonna need to find a way to, this is the torch room. Don't know what to do in here. We're gonna have to find a way to drain the corridor before we make any progress. Oh, and we can also this is, oh, I can push or pull this. I could pull this out the way if I wanted to. Then I would stop myself getting in this room though. We don't have the map for this just yet. Let me head in. Maybe we will find it in here. It looks like, whoa, what is this? How interesting. I have no clue what's going on in here. I don't seem to be able to do anything from here. We would need to rotate this central section to be able to move anywhere. Well, very interesting. We're gonna have to double back though. I guess I could pull that minecart out the way. I don't necessarily know what help it would be in the future, but I'll do it now in the hopes that it is useful. It does block us from getting through, and it just means that we have to head back. Up here. There we go. Yeah. Otherwise, I don't know that there's much else for us down here. We'll head back up then, I think. Very interesting though. And we do have a few more, like, clues and things towards some kind of answer. I don't really know what question we're answering, but I like the sense of progress anyway. All of this, and we haven't really gone in the house yet. Let's see what else we can find out for today. Also, with the room labelled 5 being fountain entrance, I'm imagining, whoa, we can make a wish. I haven't done this before. Bing. Well, who knows, maybe that'll come in lucky. I was just gonna say, I'm imagining that maybe we'd be able to get down into the basement, into the abandoned mines from, like, directly from the fountain. But we're gonna have to empty that hallway first. Okay. So the chapel was very helpful, but I don't want to go through too often. commissary. The commissary could be useful considering we have a decent number of coins, but it does cost a gem. Yeah, let's do it. Let's see what's in here. So we have running shoes, sledgehammer, 4 gems, or 1 gem. Well, all that we could afford is the single gem. And that would just be recouping the cost of the room. So I think we will, maybe come back if we have some more coins eventually. Let's go this way now. We have the den, the spare room with the kitchen. Let's grab the gem. The gem in the den. The gems will be very helpful for us this run. Of course, the last run we had the hovel where we could spend our vault would be very fun, but we don't have enough gems for it. Oh no. We'll grab the bedroom then. If only we had the hovel this time, we'd have been able to go into there. Oh, we have a sleep mask. The first time you enter each bedroom with a sleep mask, gain 5. Just from the sideways glance I got at it, I thought it was the car keys again. Guest bedroom, courtyard, or the kitchen. It costs a gem, but I think I'll go for the courtyard. Oh, good job we didn't buy the sledgehammer. Even if we had enough money, we got a free one here in the courtyard. I'm gonna go this way. We have a hallway, or the pantry is. I think I'll grab the hallway actually, because it gives us a key. Here we go. And a bit of a shortcut back to the gem. At the den, my goodness. Loads of Freudian slips today. So the closet would give us loads of items. I like the sound of that. Let's pick this up. We got a key, a metal detector, and a pair of running shoes. Sure. We'll head back out and head north through the courtyard. I'd really like a shovel to dig up these dig spots. Oh, here's our upgraded storeroom. But it does block us off and we'd have to run around through the chapel and hope we can move forwards. I think I'll grab the corridor. With that in mind, the corridor is always unlocked and there are no extra items, I think. The metal detector would show us. Oh, the garage. Oh, and finding it here, I realised that we didn't need to come to it from the heading towards the west direction. I don't have the car keys this time. It would give us 3 keys though. I think the west wing hall is going to be better for us overall. Let's check out this direction. Guest bedroom, parlour, and a pantry. I like the looks of the pantry. We've a tasty apple here as well as some coins. It would be great if we could maybe draft another shop room. I don't know that I want any of the items in the commissary, I say, as I consider heading back to buy all the gems. Oh, it's really far. We're running a bit low on steps. But I think it'll be worth it. We're gonna head back to the commissary and pick up all the gems. We have 10 coins. I think we can buy the 4 gems with that. Yeah, there we go. Boop. Okay. 5 gems is a really good place to be. If we find any really interesting rooms, we should be able to draft them. Plus, with the sleep mask that we have already, drafting some bedrooms will give us a nice number of steps back. Let's head through here. Locked. We have 3 keys though, so we will use one of them. Drawing room, nursery, guest bedroom. Drawing room. I think drawing room. It opens us up much more. Although the other 2 would have been great for the number of steps they gave us, I think with how central this room is, the drawing room was the right choice. Getting a little worried about our keys though. Oh. The storeroom then maybe. It does block us off to the east. The library is interesting and it will let us pick another book, but it's otherwise not too great. We don't get to make the most of the benefit considering the door leads into the foundation, which is already going to be open. 2 gems, a key and a coin, yeah. Let's go for the storeroom. I think this is a good choice. We'll grab that. We have a key. 2 gems, and just gonna cast my eye around in case there's anything else. I don't think so though. So let's head this way. We have the opportunity to re-roll if we don't like what we see. Security's interesting. It has a good, some good directions. I think I'm gonna redraw this though. The Observatory. Yeah, let's go for that. We're getting loads of stars now, which gives us some good benefits. Let's see what we have this time. We have, whoa, the sale. Everything is 50% off today. See flyer for details. It is unfortunate that we spent all of our gold on gems before this. Great deals ahoy. Offer valid at the following locations: commissary, kitchen, locksmith and bookshop. The bookshop's one we haven't drafted yet. Let's see if we run into it. Okay, what have we got? Oh, we have a passageway. Locksmith, we would have to double back though. We could buy a key, we only have 2 coins, but maybe it would be enough. Passageway. I think we'll go for the locksmith. We have been in here before. Let's see. What? We don't have enough money for any of this. You mean 1 key? 1 key is 4 coins and it's already 50% off. This is an absolute scam. Well, you mean this would normally be 8 coins? I'm so disappointed. Any of the other rooms would have been more helpful. Ah, what a shame. I knew that we didn't have much money, but I was just thinking that 2 coins would be enough. Well, this is our last key. Okay. Get some more gems for that. I think let's pick the bunk room because we're gonna have to double all the way back to the chapel. Nice. Nice, that worked as I'd hoped. We got double the benefit of the sleep mask because this room counts as 2 bedrooms. Very nice. Okay, so we have some steps now. We're gonna have to head all the way back. I don't know that there's anything else in here apart from this little guy. Hi there. So what have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 steps to get back to the chapel, and we're gonna use up like pretty rest of our money. Running through it. Oh, you know what? I think I've wasted some steps a couple times by bypassing the bedroom. But this is like a neutral room to move through. Plus we just got 5 from the sleep mask. That's my bad. That's my bad. So we're gonna head up into the chapel and across. Hopefully it's a room that doesn't, oh, some coins, nice. Hopefully it's a room that doesn't need a key, or else we're gonna be stuck. Okay. Whoa. The pool, how interesting. I mean, yeah, we definitely picked this, right? Adds locker room, sauna and pump room to today's draft pool. Whoa, look at this. Oh, I like how the pictures that are usually just hung up on the wall are like huge murals in here. We can't go in the pool, unfortunately. We have a net here. I was hoping we might have been able to head in, maybe get some steps back. This is cool though. What does this notice say? Drafting pool rules. The draft pool is your deck of potential floor plans. Each time you draft, 3 random floor plans are drawn from the draft pool for you to select from. The odds of drawing a specific floor plan may differ, depending on the room. Some rooms are more rare than others. Floor plans added to the draft pool are removed at the end of the day, unless otherwise stated. No running. Oh, the office. I think we have been in here before. However, I think we're gonna go in again. What have we got in here? So, in this room we have the opportunity to spread coins across the rest of the map. I guess through here, through this terminal. Oh, I think I've just realized that this room is the one that we saw in the drafting room. I think. Oh, maybe not. Never mind. I was thinking it was that little cardboard diorama, but I don't think so anymore. We have an upgrade disc that I forgot about. Good job we drafted this one. Let's see what we can upgrade. The parlor, okay. Okay, and what do we upgrade it with? We get 3 gems as a prize, 2 wind-up keys, or turn it into the funeral parlor. Gem prize is equal to the number of red rooms in your house. If you open an empty box in the funeral parlor, lose 30 steps. That's really interesting. How often will that be better for us than 3 gems, though? Or 2 keys. What's a wind-up key? Oh, are those the keys we use to open the box? So this would give us an extra chance. Honestly, I think the 3 gems is probably best. For the funeral parlor to be better, we'd need to... Well, we have this room, so we'd get 1 gem as a baseline. We'd need to have at least 2 other red rooms to be equal to this one. Oh, it does look cool, though. No, I think we'll grab this one, which just gives us 3 gems as a prize. Yeah. Otherwise, I can't remember what else we do in here. I think we can run payroll. Checks will be placed in each staff member's room. We don't have any of those yet. Spread gold. Coins withdrawn from the staff incentive. staff incentives program. I don't know if that's bad for us. We're not staff, but yeah, otherwise I don't think there's much to do in here. I don't know the code to this yet. I feel like it's related to this somehow, but I don't know yet. I know that there's a bookstore that we can draft that we haven't managed to pick up yet, so I'm hoping that becomes useful. Okay, well, let's head north through here. And again, this is our only path, so if it is a dead end or requires a key, we are not in luck. Okay, I think dark room's gonna be good for us. We can't see the floor plans, but we get two chances of getting a useful room. I don't think that we can pick up any potential extra items until the lights are on. So let's see what's in here. Costs a gem. I'm gonna pick the middle room. What do we have? Oh no, the weight room. Yikes, that used half of our steps. Let's pick the one that needs a gem. The greenhouse. This is a dead end, I think. If we can get a lever to attach, we could pull it here. There's something in here for us though. The metal detector is going off. Or is it the watering can? The first time you enter each green room, use some water to gain a gem. We can do that 3 times. Something else in here. Is it these dig spots? Oh, there's a coin nestled away in the corner. Okay. Right, fine. We have this sheet music that I think I've seen before, but haven't been able to decipher. Well, let's head this way then. We have something to grab in here. Or are these the coins that we spread across the house? Send it over here. Oh, a key. A key's very nice to see. That was difficult to find as well. I don't think I would have been able to see it without the metal detector. Okay. Pump room. Oh, could that be? Could that be what we're looking for the reservoir? I'm gonna grab that, and I'm gonna open this door. The solarium. We haven't been in here either. What an exciting run. Well, let's go in here, see what we've got. Oh, it's a green room as well. Oh no, did I lose my chance by opening up the menu? Hello, can I do it please? There we go. Sure. We got a gem for that. Okay, what have we got in here then? We have a hat, we have a note here. Mr. Nogula. I can't quite make out that name. And wanted me to remind you once again that it is expected of you to keep the grass in the cloister cut and the trees trimmed. I have a feeling you may have forgotten how to open the cloister wall again. So to save you some stern words, I decided to draw you a little diagram to help you out. Who knows, maybe this time it will stick. Sympathetically, Bridget. Cloister grounds access. While face to face with the angel, press the base of the 2 pillars on either side of you. Whoa, okay, we've been in the cloister before, but I didn't know this. So we haven't been to see the angel. This is really helpful though, I'm going to make a note. Great. Who knows, we might get a chance to draft this. That's helpful though. Okay, what else is in here? Some pictures for the puzzle we've already solved, and a box. Right. So we can click this. Okay, so we have a box here. It's got 9 squares. It's got 3 by 3 squares on the top that we can press down. And there seems to be... oh, we have like a reset button too. How interesting. We have the 9 buttons in the middle, and we have 4 buttons around the outside. Pressing the bottom right one turns it green. Pressing the top left one turns it green. Pressing the bottom left one seems to reset, and the top right one seems to reset. How interesting. What does the green button do? Oh, that turned green. Was it because we had a green square in front of it? At the moment, I'm kind of just pressing things randomly. If I press a green square, it doesn't seem to do anything. If I press a yellow square, it seems to move some green squares nearby. I haven't figured out the logic just yet. There are grey squares in the middle and in the bottom middle that don't seem to do anything. Okay, so if I press the bottom left one, it's swapped. Then it pulled that one down. That one's swapped and then pulled that one down. Oh, okay. We've got greens now. We've been rewarded an allowance token. Your allowance has been permanently raised by 2. Very nice. I'll be honest, I didn't understand what I was doing with that puzzle. But we managed to solve it. Let's continue. So we have the pump room here. Oh, and this is actually this. Otherwise we have a dead end. We can't go anywhere. So let's see if we can, I don't know, solve something in the pump room. I'm kind of hoping that it's attached to the reservoir somehow. Maybe we can head out. What have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I actually don't think we'll have enough steps to make it out. Oh look, reservoirs there, fountains there, aquariums there. We don't really have many steps left at all though. So, unless there's some way for us to get some more steps, I don't know that it's too useful for us to try and solve this. Guess we can do it anyway. So we have a bunch of tanks, some levers too. There's a pump room schematic, pump control panel, water source selection, pump 2 tank switch. So what would be useful for us right now? I don't think that we can make it back to the reservoir. We would need 1, oh yeah, look, even more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 would get us outside, and then we'd pass out. So the best we can do is maybe try and drain the pool, if there's maybe something in the pool. Oh, the greenhouse, what does that do? What if we fill up the greenhouse? What if we take water from the pool and move it to the greenhouse? it went higher, but I'm not sure. What if we just pull it in the opposite way? And then up again. There we go. That fills up this tank. Oh yeah, look, it's draining from the pool. So where's the water source selection? If we want to push it to the greenhouse, that's number 5. So we would suction from here. That didn't seem to work. Do we need to switch it to the greenhouse in the source selection? We'll give that a go. So, greenhouse. Fill with water. I see, so we'd have to empty the pool bit by bit. We wouldn't be able to empty it entirely either. Maximum we could only take 3 more units out and push them into the kitchen. Stop. Oh no, I see. We could do it like this, so we can empty the pool by filling up these reserve tanks. So how do we push them into one of those? Pump 2 tank switch. Where's that? Here it is. And then the kitchen. I'm not a plumber, so I'm just trying to feel my way around this setup. So if we now pump number 3 into the kitchen, so that's sucking out of there. Great. How do we fill up this tank now? I'm not sure we can. I think we'd have to pull out from here. So I guess maybe if we make some room by, say, pulling out of the reservoir and pumping that into, is this even full? It is, but pumping that into number 2, like this. Oh, I'd love to be able to go back to the reservoir to go and have a look, and the fountain, for that matter, but we are pretty much out of steps. Okay, cool. And now if we fill the reservoir from reserve tank 1. What's this one on the right anyway? Oh, it's the reserve tank. So we do this now. There we go. And that should free up some space in that first tank, so that we can completely empty the pool. Great. There we go. So now the pool is completely empty. Who knows if that was the right thing to do, but it's what we've done. So we're back in here. I guess let's go into the greenhouse. Just see if anything's changed. We're going to be down at 3, and then 2, and then 1 step back in the pool, so that should be fine. Well, we can get a gem. Oh, look at this. With the water turned on, the plants have grown and we get loads of gems. Oh, that's nice. It is dripping in here. Way too overfilled. Apart from the gems, anything else? I don't think so. My metal detector's not going off either. Okay, let's head back to the ball, see if anything interesting has happened now that it's empty. We get loads of coins. There's loads of money in the pool now that it's empty. There was something floating here that seems to have disappeared. Sure, well, we have 6 gems and 24 coins and we have nowhere to spend them. A bit of a shame. I wish we had more steps. If I didn't get the weight room, I think we would have had enough to go out and then down to the reservoir. Oh well. That is gonna be the end of the day then. Shall we finish up in the chapel or the comfortable office? We'll just sit down in the office. There you go. Yeah, that is gonna be the end of the day today then. And the end of the video. I got really caught up in this one, so it went a little bit longer than I was planning, but all's well that ends well. I really hope you enjoyed this one in that case. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you found it relaxing. And I hope you come back again soon for another one. Thank you so much for joining me today, and good night, good night, good night, good night.